In the shadowed alleys of Gotham, where the line between heroism and vigilantism blurs, the emergence of the Red Hood stands as a stark embodiment of Batman's inner turmoil and moral ambiguities. The Red Hood, once Jason Todd, the second Robin, is not just a character in his own right. He is a mirror to Batman, a reflection of the Dark Knight's suppressed desires and his deepest failings. Through the lens of the animated movie Under the Red Hood, we witness a compelling narrative that unravels the complex psychology of Batman, revealing how the Red Hood is the living manifestation of all that Batman fears and paradoxically secretly desires. Batman, a crusader bound by a rigid moral code, has always walked a fine line between justice and vengeance. His refusal to kill, even the most heinous of villains like the Joker, stems from a deep-seated fear of becoming what he fights against. However, this unwavering principle is the very catalyst that leads to the creation of the Red Hood. In his adherence to this code, Batman inadvertently allows the Joker to continue his reign of terror, a decision that culminates in the brutal death and resurrection of Jason Todd. Thus, the Red Hood is born not out of random chance, but as a direct consequence of Batman's actions and choices. Red Hood is a twisted version of Batman's crusade for justice. Where Batman restrains himself, Red Hood takes liberty. He represents Batman's suppressed desire for vengeance, his hidden urge to cross the line that he has drawn for himself. In Red Hood's violent methods and willingness to kill, we see the embodiment of Batman's darkest impulses, the part of him that yearns for a more permanent solution to Gotham's criminal elements. The Joker, Batman's arch-nemesis, plays a pivotal role in this transformation. His brutal killing of Jason Todd is not just an act of violence, it's a psychological maneuver designed to shake the foundations of Batman's ideology. By resurrecting Todd and indirectly contributing to his transformation into the Red Hood, the Joker creates a living testament to Batman's greatest failure. This act is a cruel reminder to Batman of the consequences of his moral choices, a twisted reflection of the Dark Knight's own psyche. Throughout Under the Red Hood, Batman's internal conflict is palpable. He is haunted by guilt over Jason's death and tormented by the emergence of the Red Hood. Batman's confrontation with this new vigilante forces him to face his own culpability in Jason's fate. The Red Hood is a constant reminder of what Batman's war on crime has cost, both to himself and those he cares about. He embodies the chaos and unpredictability that Batman's order seeks to suppress, yet is ironically a product of that very order. In an audacious narrative twist for Under the Red Hood, imagine if Batman, grappling with immense psychological strain, had unknowingly assumed the persona of the Red Hood. This twist capitalizes on Batman's complex psyche, deeply affected by years of trauma and moral conflict. Batman, burdened by the weight of his crusade against crime and haunted by the failures and losses he has endured, especially Jason Todd's death, could experience a dissociative break. This mental fracture manifests in him subconsciously adopting the Red Hood persona, a darker, unrestrained version of himself that embodies the vengeance and finality he consciously avoids. As the Red Hood, he enacts the justice he subconsciously desires but restrains as Batman. This plot twist offers a profound commentary on Batman's mental resilience. It explores the idea that even the most steadfast hero can be vulnerable to psychological breakdowns, especially someone like Batman, who constantly battles against the darkness within and around him. The realization of his actions as the Red Hood would confront Batman with the deepest fears about himself, challenging his self-perception and moral standing. Executing this twist would require nuanced writing, ensuring that it fits seamlessly into the established narrative while preserving the core attributes of Batman's character. It would add an unprecedented layer of depth to Batman, delving into the psychological ramifications of his lifelong battle against Gotham's underworld and the personal toll it takes on him. The Red Hood's existence challenges the dichotomy of heroism and revenge. He blurs the lines between right and wrong, forcing us to question the efficacy and morality of Batman's methods. Is Batman's refusal to kill a moral triumph, Or is it a failure that allows villains like the Joker to continue their reign of terror? The Red Hood represents an alternative path, one that embraces the darker aspects of vigilantism and challenges the traditional notions of heroism embodied by Batman. More than a character, the Red Hood is a symbol of Batman's greatest fears and unspoken desires. He is the embodiment of the question that haunts Batman. What if he chose a different path? The Red Hood represents the road not taken, a path of vengeance and finality that Batman consciously avoids, but subconsciously understands. The Red Hood is not just a character in the Batman narrative. He is a manifestation of Batman's inner conflict, a symbol of his suppressed desires and unacknowledged failings. Through the story of the Red Hood, we explore the complex psychology of Batman, understanding that the line he treads between heroism and vigilantism is fraught with moral ambiguity and internal strife. The Red Hood stands as a testament to the consequences of Batman's choices, a mirror reflecting the darkest parts of the hero's soul, and a poignant reminder of the fine line that separates vengeance from justice in the world of Gotham. If this narrative resonated with you, do support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe. Thank you for staying with us to the end. See you in the next video on Plaid Chronicles.